Ethereum saying we're all delirious, all mistaken experience for answers. All my people are stacking sand and we dancing, taking pictures with Snoop in the Meta Mansion. Some NFTs for my team like we got the passion. I still hit the game like I swear to God it's my anthem. Buying land, stack it up, I'm using sand. Link it with my mans, VoxEdit 150 grand. You don't understand, we bigger than brands. And what's in your hand? Sandboxes do what they can. Blowing up, about time we only going up, going up. Nah, there ain't no controlling us, trolling us. Get your hands, go ahead and throw them up, throw them up. Y'all ready for the Sandbox game? Climbing up the blockchain. We be hitting like it's, we be hitting like it's. Yeah. Running to the top now, till we riding with that top down. Yeah, I'm ready to play, I ain't stepping on no brakes, let's just get it going. Y'all ready for the Sandbox game? Climbing up the blockchain. We be hitting like it's, we be hitting like it's. Y'all running up the top now, till we riding with the top down. Yeah, I'm ready to play, I ain't stepping on no brakes, let's just get it going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Sandbox Saturday stream. I am Alex Florez, aka Kamisazi, joined here in voice, spirit, and soul by Lucas is Right. How is everybody's weekend going so far?
Oh man, I am absolutely fantastic, Alex. How are you today? You can't see it, but I'm pointing at the screen right at you.
I'm still getting over my cold, so my voice may break every once in a while. I am not a teenage boy anymore, but you know, it happens. So,
you know what? With skin like that, nobody would know.
It must be Alex streaming because iOS is not working. I am sorry, I have not had a chance to set up OBS again, and hope that whatever is going wrong with that gets fixed. Maybe, you know, I think I have some time this weekend. I will reinstall, reconfigure everything and see if maybe that fixes it, because we've tried a whole bunch of different things, and I don't know, Twitch on iOS just does not like this stream. But if you're on iOS, I believe you can watch through YouTube. I think YouTube works for this stream.
Yes, it absolutely does.
So,
my brother's in there right now.
People, you know, have a preference for one thing or another, but if it's not working on Twitch, it is working elsewhere. So it's like, it's not a Twitch issue because Joseph can stream to Twitch just fine, but it's a Twitch with me issue, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've tried many things.
You do, and you're a very busy man, so I suggest they go over to YouTube as well, because it's nice over here.
I mean, I do want it to work. So it's just, it's weird. It's weird because I've tried changing resolution. I've tried changing frame rate. I've tried changing bit rate. I've tried all sorts of different things. I think it works if you're viewing on a Mac. I think it's just iOS. So like specifically on an iPad or an iPhone. But try YouTube. It should work. All right. So not a lot of announcements today as far as I know. Let's see. I don't think there's anything. Let's go to the hub here and let's check out Twitter real quickly. I don't think there was anything newsworthy to talk about today specifically that Joseph wouldn't have covered last night. Let me double check if we announced anything. Let's see here. What up, Alex? Hey, hello from Thailand.
Alex.
Ooh.
Alex, there's a thing. There's a thing you could announce. There's a thing. Yes.
Oh.
Not on video, and I think that's okay today.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys are.
That's fine.
You guys are on top of it, but
you had a late night last night.
Did I?
Yeah. Well, I mean, depending on where you are in the world, it was a late night.
Yeah, I guess so. It was really late for half of our friends watching live over in Europe.
Right.
We had Vpires content is available today. The new experience is open.
Yeah.
So that's news.
Yep. So I think we are going to go to Green Inferno first today. So I know that there is an update planned for V's stuff with some bug fixes and other stuff. So I'm going to do what I can to make sure that that gets pushed ASAP. So that way everybody's playing the most up-to-date, most solid version of that. And I think we will visit V's game on Wednesday with hopefully those updates live. So, but there's people I need to talk to who are the people in charge of pushing those updates. So we will get there. But thank you, Joseph. Did he leave?
No. I have a mute button. Lucas left. What the heck?
Wait, where'd Lucas go? Lucas
I don't know. He's out of here. He's out of here.
All right, so Lucas is gone, and now
well,
Joseph the Vision X Manning is co-hosting with me.
We're playing tag, all right?
Just tagged out.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Oh, tag back in. All right, Joseph is out. Lucas is back in.
Sorry about that, guys. Power went out at my place, and it's still out. So I'm actually on my mobile device right now.
Oh well, how about you conserve your battery in case of emergencies, and you can join us if your power comes back on.
I will jump back as soon as I possibly can, and I really do apologize about this.
Hey, it's happened to me.
I
It's happened to me as the host before that I've lost power, where I've just been in the middle of streaming and just everything goes black.
It happened during a Game Jam Awards ceremony as well, with The Walking Dead, right?
And we had like 3 guests, like professional guests, like all up, and even if I had like a power supply backup for my computer, like the modem would have turned off for the internet. So it was just I was dead in the water. It came right back though. It was just like a brownout or something, and just was enough to make my computer go peace and disappear.
Right. Yeah, I actually just installed a power supply on my computer. It's supposed to be able to run the PC for about an hour if all the power is off. And so I had no idea what was going on because I literally just installed it about a week ago. And so the power turned off, but the computer stayed on. So I was convinced the power wasn't off and I was going crazy. But
just the lights, the light went out, right?
The light went out, the fan went out, everything went out. The whole world stopped except for the computer. So I did not know what was happening.
The computer is the only important one. So, everything else could disappear. As long as the computer's still running, we're good.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be back in a little bit, guys.
Yeah. Good luck. Stay
safe. Thank you.
Bye. Joseph, you want to hang out? Or you don't have to. I can solo stream. All right, Joseph.
No, I didn't expect you to solo stream. I was just like, it wasn't. I've been up since, I don't know, like 5 a.m. my time. And I was like, is it 10? Is it 11? Is it 12? What time is Alex doing this now that the daylight savings time has changed?
These time shifts are awful because I deal with meetings with people all around the world, and some countries change their times at different times. Like I think the United States changes it earlier than Europe does. And some other countries with people that I work with, they're all like different days. So we've got the meetings scheduled out weeks in advance, and then the time shifts, and I'm like, wait, what? Is this time moving relative to me or relative to you? I don't know, because we don't plan everything on UTC necessarily. So it just becomes a whole big mess. Hope the United States is actually pretty close to getting rid of daylight savings time shift for the country, which is exciting, I guess. That's kind of like the lamest thing to be excited about, but I would be happy to not have to deal with this anymore. It's so frustrating every single year, and then everybody's like, what time is it, and it shifts, because first I shift it to adjust so I stay the same UTC time, which changes it for some other people who are not on UTC time. So then it shifts again when their time changes, and it becomes just a whole big mess. And I'm like, forget it. I'm just, my local time, we're staying at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Whatever Eastern time is to you, 2 p.m. Eastern time Saturdays is what it's staying, because it ends up being like either somebody shifts twice or it's a whole big mess. So we're not going to do it.
Well, I'll tell you something, Alex. Harbinger9999 over on twitch.tv says, brother, I can't validate my daily contest. Please help. Can you give us a tip or tell us where to go It's been like this ever since the status button replaced verify button. Harbinger 9999. I would recommend that if you can, submit that exact same tweet again, except that don't just submit it as the plain text that pops up. Type something into the end and make sure that you have a picture attached if you didn't. Because when you make those tweets, like Alex has it popped up here, it says, I just participated in the daily contest, hashtag Sandbox Alpha S2 contest, blah, 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 right? But at the very end, add something, change it, because you're not a robot, right? Sometimes Twitter may be like, whoa, y'all are robots, and maybe there's some interference there. I have not had a single issue when I do it on the live stream with you on the Good Morning, Afternoon, Evening show. Every time I do this, I do it just like that. And then I add the attached image for the requested thing. This time, Dead Mouse hanging out around Aldrak Garrison, right? Do that, make your tweet. And then the status button for me was already approved before I finished the live show last night.
There we go. Those are the pro tips. Make sure you add your screenshot and then do any sort of change to the tweet. Don't remove the mandatory stuff, but just something where Twitter doesn't auto sense, hey, exactly. 500,000 people just sent out this exact same tweet.
Right. Just type something into the end, on. Right? The little something in the end, like, hi, mom. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Type whatever you like, just something else.
Hi, mom. It's the bot's fault, right? It's all these bots. We have to do all these, making us real humans do extra work to prove that we're not robots. Shouldn't that be the assumption that we're not robots? But it is what it is. We've got the world as it is. All right, we're going to the Green Inferno here. We're going to hang out. I'll let you all know my, I can't let you know my instance because it's a single player game. Did we ever figure out there was a secret last time, wasn't there? There was like a secret room or something that we couldn't figure out how to open. Do you remember this, Joseph?
I remember we tried for a long time. There was no secret. Ultimately, it was just about completing the quest, and then it opened. At the very end, like a portal opens, and that was it.
There was it was like a hidden quest. It said there were so many quests, and we couldn't get the last one. That's what it was.
Yeah, because it was like the number generator thing was one of them, and then some other thing. But it was pretty straightforward. We got there eventually. It was just all about hidden stuff.
All right. So we're talking to, I don't know how to say this guy's name. Saidali? I'm not sure. No hints from Joseph. The Green Inferno is a restricted area, travelers, scientists only. I should report you to authorities, but I'll help you just this time. You need to exit through that portal. But
I feel
it's not
like
working.
You did the name right, but you had an American accent. That's all. Saidali, right? Like Saidali, but like really fast.
Saidali?
That's how I would have said it. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close to what you said, just like a little bit of...
Well, I don't know what language it's supposed to be.
You know what I mean? I assume it's Hindi, based.
Sure.
So,
just a
whatever.
Normal,
we have no idea.
Typical average blonde guy from India, right?
Hey, as you do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Hey, he dyed his hair. That's all right. All right. Yes, well, that's unfortunate. I happen to know how to power it. If you can do a little something for me first. What do you mean a little something? Right to the point, I like it. I will give you a list of 10 ingredients scattered throughout this land. I need them to complete a certain experiment. It's a classified experiment. Be thankful I'm even helping you. Do you agree? If so, I will give you the list. It smells fishy, but we're going to try to find these ingredients. We're going to talk to our favorite guy over here, the Sand God, or as more recently named, the Metaverse Guide. I still call him the Sand God because, I don't know. He looks pretty godly to me.
Alex, and real quick, I want to answer a question from Moose over on YouTube.com. It says, Absolutely. Are there official numbers on how many people are playing and collecting raffle tickets? There are. We have those metrics. They're pretty good and easy for us to see. But in terms of, disseminating that information for individual odds or whatever, we don't do that in general. But we do. I mentioned on the stream last night that on the dashboard itself, our monthly active users is over 1.3 million. The dashboard being the website.
All right, and as Valentina Gomez points out here, this map is a template, so it's based on a template. You can grab a map very similar to this, not with everything in it, but just kind of like the foundational bones of this space from the Game Maker, and set it up for yourself for free. Start making your own adventures. I was so mad that I couldn't get in here last time. There's just no way. It's blocked off.
Alex, I gotta be honest today. I'm kind of happy to not be on camera.
Why is that?
Because I've been like ultra super deep cleaning my house this week.
Okay.
And like, so I haven't been very good about dusting for a long.
Yeah.
You know, and now I'm kicking it up. I'm changing the game.
Not fun, right?
It's helping me wake up healthier, but like,
yeah,
my afternoons are not doing well. It takes me like probably 2 or 3 hours to stop having to like blow my nose because it's been so. And I didn't realize that it was dust. I thought like, oh, it's spring and like it's pollen and it's whatever. But then like I get through and I got a new TV and I installed the TV and I was like, oh, this entertainment center is disgusting. And I clean it up and then I'm like, shit, you know, I'm dying over here. And then I'm like, oh, that's what it is. So I start like deep cleaning literally everything in my house, and I'm probably like 2/3 of the way done.
Nice.
But yeah. It's wild. It's wild, dude.
Why is everybody telling me the code in the chat? I don't need you to tell me the code. Joseph guesses it by pure brain power.
I did that one. Oh, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that. That's this map.
When we played this back in December, Joseph just mind freaked it. He just the mentalisted it.
Yep.
And why is there a small child banging on my door?
Yeah, the very first time that we had played this, I walked up to the numbers. I didn't explore the map at all. It was like the first region that I went to, and it was like, oh, I'm going to do this quest right now. And I'm just like, what numbers should I put in? I don't know. Maybe 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, whatever. And then it's like, congratulations, you won. I'm like, what? I never played this map in my life. And it was fun. It was funny. Julia, Julia in the chat over on twitch.tv says, Joe needs to know about that air purifier life. Let me tell you, Julia, I actually do know well about that. I had one of those Ionic Pros for a very long time. But
hey, Silver Key. Oh,
you know,
that's a mean.
It's mostly about not being lazy, Julia. I got to be honest with you. I've been you know, I had a good excuse when I worked a traditional 9 to 5 and we weren't at home all the time, and I could be like, yeah, okay, you know, we did the dishes, we did the laundry, like, have a nice day. But now that I'm home all the time, it's like, bro, you gotta kick it up. You know, you gotta do more work. Gotta get this place clean. So, you know, I got it. My wife just like raised her hand from the couch behind my monitor to be like, hell yeah, dog.
What, saying yes, you need to clean?
No, like applause for, because she was like waving it like hands ASL applause, you know.
Okay.
Like, good job for kicking it up, because
nice. Good
she
job.
likes to call it hot husband stuff. You know what I mean?
When you, this is not the late night stream, but
I don't mean it like that, Alex. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird, all right? Y'all are weird right now. You guys are crazy. Joe, did you get in trouble for the new TV? Asks Daryl Adams. So, Daryl, let me tell you a story all about how my life got turned upside down. No, I'm just kidding. So it's initially it was
hearing her laugh in the background just made it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Oops. No, initially it was like, are you serious? You spent that money on this TV? Like, what are you doing? But also it was like 30 seconds of that, and then it was mostly, as I mentioned on the stream, it was mostly, what are we gonna do with all this freaking cardboard? You better get it out of here today now, because we have a pretty small place. We live in 800 square feet, something like that, small apartment, and
cozy.
Yeah, I mean, but there's not much of us. Right? It's just me, my wife. We have one kid. So like we don't need that much space, and we're saving money until we can build a place rather than spending a whole bunch of money on renting a large place. We get a nice,
I mean, you're being smart about it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, whatever, so everybody lives their own lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So we anyway, so I get the cardboard all suited up in a day, and it was not too bad. And she watches TV more than I do, so at the end of the day, I can at least pretend that I bought it for her, Randuxy asks over on youtube.com, question, is it better to buy Matic and then just quick swap for msand? That is an option. That one thing to consider, Randuxy, is that Matic tokens that are bought on the Ethereum network still have to be transferred into Matic in order to process that, and buy sand on Matic. msand is just when you're looking for it on QuickSwap, rather, if you find it on QuickSwap, you don't find it as msand. QuickSwap is already on the Polygon network, so it'll just say sand. And it'll look the same way as the pool. But the way that it's written on the website is msand, because we have to be able to show that, yes, we have support for both Ethereum main network sand and Polygon Matic network sand. So, yeah.
If employment didn't stop, I'd be buying that Bitcoin. It's not a terrible investment.
Darling Marie Parker on YouTube.
Sand.
Make sure that while you have some free time between your applications or whatever you're doing, play a little bit of the Sandbox game. Maybe you win yourself a season pass, and then you get some sand, and you can use that sand to help cover those daily expenses. I got a friend who did that more recently. They weren't working for quite a while because of the COVID situation and all that sort of stuff, and he was hanging out here like you, and won a season pass back in season 1, and off of like the social contests or what have you, and he was super excited to be able to pay the bills because of sand. So stick with it, have some fun. Those are some of the best stories that we have in the sandbox, in my opinion, is being able to help people in need while they can also have some fun.
All right, we're getting some equipment upgrades here from the keys we found.
Harbinger has another question here. It says, can I send Matic from Binance to my MetaMask Matic mainnet to receive an alpha pass if I win? Keep in mind, Harbinger, that if you do win an alpha pass, it happens on the Ethereum main network. It does not happen on the Matic network. So you'll need ETH, not Matic, to claim that alpha pass. The Mythical Yeticorn asks, Joe, why don't they disable the msand/Matic pool and migrate them together? I moved 10,000 sand because the reward was double, and I have my 2,000 tickets. The two different pools have different purposes. Yeticorn, in order to have liquidity, which reduces volatility on the QuickSwap network, we want to incentivize that liquidity, right? Because if very few people were staking on the QuickSwap network, then, you would see crazy price fluctuations up, down, left, and right. And stability is more important in any ecosystem than almost any fact. So it's better for us to leave those up and incentivize use of both. I personally like to go outside of the msand Matic pool, even though it is a lower APR, simply because, if I'm honest, I'm kind of lazy in that way. I want to be able to go, it's 2 transactions instead of 5. You know what I mean? To keep boosting it up. So, you don't have to be me. You can enjoy the double APR. It's all good. Whichever your preference.
There we go. All right. We've got 2 ingredients left. I don't think there's one up here. Nope. And we we already got all the voxelite we needed, as well as finding all the locations. Yes.
NNG Anna IK asks over on twitch.tv, will I still be entitled for the Sandbox Daily Contest raffle if I bought the pass from OpenSea before the announcement? So our distribution of raffle winners and daily contest winners is based on your being on the whitelist already or not. Meaning that if you haven't won on the raffle, you should still be eligible to win the raffle as it continues. And social contests. In the social contests and the raffle are in the same pool. So just keep that in mind. The Mythical Yeti Corn asks, Joe, why not just include msand Matic in the ticket pool? That's a good question, but also it's just an alternative option. I'd agree that it could be an interesting option, but as this is the first time we're piloting a direct sand pool, and remember that when we launched it, we were launching it with an all-new technology that was unproven, that being the gasless option that had some errors for the first week or so. It was better to maintain the both of the options. Maybe we include both pools in the next offer. We'll see what happens. Now, Drifting Wood makes a good point about this as well. msand/Matic rewards are higher reward by percentage at the risk of impermanent loss. And impermanent loss, for those people who don't know, means that if sand goes up today and you had msand Matic, but Matic doesn't go up today, then the shares that you put in, if you cashed out today, knowing that sand is worth more than Matic, then when you cash out, you still get the same even US dollars value as what you put in, or local fiat value, whatever. So that means that you would actually cash out less sand and more Matic than you had initially put in. So there is that risk, I suppose. But if you believe that both are going to go up at relatively the same rate, then it's you can enjoy the higher APR. Or if you don't care because you like both Matic and sand, then you can enjoy the higher APR and collect more sand tokens as a result. All right, Randuxy asks, would it be easier to just buy ETH and sand from my exchange and convert to msand on the Sandbox site? Randuxy, easier is kind of up to you. Personally, I like to buy, in the past, I have liked to buy ETH and convert it to sand using decentralized platforms like Uniswap or whatever. But can't really make any particular recommendations. Just know that when you buy ETH and sand on exchanges, or Matic and sand on exchanges, almost every single time you're buying it as layer 1 or Ethereum main network versions of those assets, and they have to be converted into Polygon layer 2 assets unless you already have Matic, you bought it on layer 2 native, and you do the conversion there instead of buying the ETH. But there's you want to do a little research into what you're buying, what you're trading, to know what's best for you.
All right, we got to go rescue this scientist here. And I don't know if this was announced, but if you look at the nft.sandbox.game page, and you have had a dead mouse head, or heads, I should say, HEAD 5. If you had it during the whitelist period, then you're eligible to claim this little headpiece here. Run around as a rainbow-mouthed unicorn mouse head. Yeet. Wait, at the portal? It says meet him at the portal. Oh, I ran right past him.
All right. Eamon Aladas asks over on youtube.com. So the Twitter contest now is a status thing rather than a verify button, and says it takes 30 minutes to an hour to validate, but nothing has changed since I did my participation, or since Did my participation count or didn't it work? I'm confused. Eamon, if you're having an issue with that, what I recommend you do is tweet again with the content that you did before, but this time, as Alex showed at the very beginning of the stream, write a little something extra at the end to kind of prove that you're not a bot. It tends to get people's things verified faster. So, make sure you do the same attachment, make sure you do the text is up there, but with just a little, like hi mom or whatever you want at the end. It doesn't, or sand fam or something like that. Anything to make sure that Twitter doesn't interpret it as you're a robot, because perceivably there are hundreds of thousands of tweets going out from the same source with the same text, and it looks a little suspect if you don't make the change. So people have reported, I've shown it on the stream, that it works faster this way. Just last night I did it. I do it basically every time this question comes up on our live, but I'll make a little tweet about it. Did the same thing when we had like our Dracula contest. All I did was just type something in there like haha I'm Dracula or whatever to get it up there, and it worked fine. And Raydub over on YouTube is speaking kind of to the point of tokenomics and doing your own research, understanding kind of what's going on there. It says, I got burnt by impermanent loss last time when I switched to staking msand only. The higher percentage didn't make up for it. So that's like I said, typically you go in with that understanding that, you're putting in your assets at the assessed dollars value at that time for the most part. Unless both assets go up, when you cash out, you're cashing out the same dollars at that time. So the APR is based on the dollars you are putting in. So you want to do your math that way in terms of like what sand you're getting out. Otherwise, impermanent loss can be a tricky thing where you don't really, if just Matic went up today, you'd cash out, you'd have less sand, even though you were getting sand as APR, because you'd have the sand you earned, but maybe less sand than you put in. There's a lot of different things to know about that, but overall, like I said, if you just look at it as a dollars cost input, maybe the APR makes sense to you. I know Alex is the kind of guy. How much did you put in when you first started doing the LP for the ETH? Was it like 2,000?
Yes, sure.
I can't remember.
I don't.
I just remember you coming back like a year later and being like, "Oh, hey, that 2,000 turned into like $15,000 or $20,000 or something." Just
right?
Like,
yeah. No, it was a huge. It was. In just a few weeks, I had earned more in interest from that through the rewards on that than I've ever earned through savings accounts ever in my entire life.
Yeah.
The old school banking sucks. I mean, just be frank about it. Like, why would you ever want a 0.002% APR? Like, I mean, it's stable, I guess. That's there's something to be said for stability, but just old bank interest rates just make me sad. Just sad to look at. Just like, so sad.
Insanity 961 asks, community booster reached 50%. Will the rewards in the alpha increase? Insanity, you may have noticed that as that percentage has gone up over there on the website, if you click on the alpha and you click rewards, you're already seeing that number go up. So look at your season reward potential earnings and then what percentage of that is up now. It depends on your level, but let me see if I tell you things as Alex is doing the work right now. So on my particular pass, I'm not quite finished with level 4 yet. I'm 30 out of 40 quests. So I would have normally earned about 240 sand. But my total rewards right now, based on the current percentage, is 360 if the season ended this minute. So that 50% is already applied to what you have earned so far. If you had finished level 5, then your total rewards would be about 750 sand instead of the 500 that was just from leveling.
Oh wait, that's not what I want to go to. I want to go to the rewards tab. There we go. Yep, so it says it's got the 50% booster, which means earning, I think that's saying I'm getting 450 right now. That doesn't add up, does it? Or 50% of what's already been.
It's 50% of whatever number of passes or levels you've unlocked. So you probably have what, level 4? Let me look at yours.
Yeah,
you've got
I'm
level
halfway
4
through level 5.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, because you've got 240 plus 60, 300 plus 150, which is 50% of 300. So that makes sense. All right, Relax
Right, yeah,
over
so
on YouTube.com asks, a couple of weeks ago, Joe and Conrad talked about inverted camera controls and mentioned passing that feedback along to devs. Did that happen? Yes, we did pass it along. Where that goes, as I mentioned yesterday on the stream, Relax, we don't necessarily know because different tasks have different priorities. And the community at large would have asked for things like ranged attacks as a super, super high priority where everybody's asking about that. Inverted camera controls is something that I've only heard from a small handful of people so far, like in the range of like 5 people. Alex is trying to go to space.
I mean, I could jump into the void. Not much happens out there. Beam me up. All right. Where do we want to go from here? What do people want to see?
I do not know. Yeah.
Let's get there's a few places that I haven't visited yet. Let's see what we've got on the map here. The Game Jam Experience! Exclamation. Somebody's saying that there's scams on the chat. I'm not seeing them. Oh, yeah, no, I see from Facebook as usual. Let's get that out of here.
Oh. No, EJ McCor Clinton, block user.
Now so they gave up talking about Bitcoin. Now they're talking about BNB. Yeah, we haven't
we are
done
not integrated
any
with
crypto
Binance.
Giveaways on this stream in over a year.
That's true.
We've done the rewards, right. For game jams, but as far as our giveaways, we give away NFTs a lot, which don't require you to send us any money to send you back more money, which never makes any sense. I don't know. Some people fall for that, I guess. I guess it works if people keep using that scam, but
I guess you're right.
There's no situation where I'm gonna flip instantly to you an investment. Like it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't make any sense. Right. But unfortunately people fall for things every day. I saw somebody in a Discord chat in the crypto space yesterday who saw a user whose username was @DJ Khaled. And they were like, "You're the real DJ Khaled," and they were freaking out about it for like an hour. I was like, "Dude, this is obviously not DJ Khaled. Like, just another one." Then Relax in the chat. I just want to clarify for you, Relax, because I know what you're saying. He says, "I understand it's not a priority, but inverted controls are a standard in almost every video game," and I'm with it, right? I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying. But the thing that I want to highlight at this time is that we're only in version 0.6.23 right now of the game client. So in terms of new features, we got a long way to go, right? We're still alpha. Alpha means that we're adding, adjusting, tweaking, changing, and we are listening to user feedback directly to make those changes. So our priority list comes only directly on like how many people are crying out into the void being like, "Hey, I need this feature." And you're like, "Okay, I hear you. I got you. We'll add it to the list." And then we ask the devs, "How long is it going to take to add this?" And they say, "Well, it's going to take a day, a week, 3 months, 6 months to do that," right? And you go, "Okay, cool." We put it on the roadmap that way. Now, when you have 4 tasks that are going to take 6 months, and you got 20 tasks that could take a week, how do you prioritize that? And so we have discussions that go on internally, and there's an extensive calendar that says this feature will come out on this day that we have internally that we don't share with the community, as we lead up to version numbers, like major updates. So we do definitely want those feedbacks, those bring the inverted controls, bring the whatever it may be, so that we can add it to the list. It's just how can we place it in there as things go.
Right. Yep. And I know accessibility controls is something that's definitely on the way. Being able to customize stuff like that. We just had a meeting yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Doesn't feel like it was yesterday, but it was yesterday. That where we talked about upcoming features, things like that, what to expect, and updates to controls are definitely a priority. Down here. So we're gonna blast through this artifact dungeon here, or try to at least. I have played this once before. I was in a testing phase for this, so let's see how much I remember.
The Mythical Yeti
Go ahead.
Says something that I want to address. It's not a big deal. It's not important at all, actually. It just says, Joe, I wanted to say thanks for being here on your personal time, but Mythical Yeti Corn, you don't even know. This is actually my contract. Yeah, I'm supposed to be here for this live stream.
For this particular one, yeah.
This particular live stream. I am supposed to be here for this.
We were going to give Joe the day off because he had a late night last night.
Yeah, we did an extended live stream yesterday. We gave away 4 alpha passes yesterday. We gave away 2 Wizzy the Green lucky hats yesterday. It was a big stream. We had some fun, but it won't be the last big stream we do during this alpha, and it won't be the last time we give away things on this channel. Chat, when's the next time we're going to give something away on this channel, chat?
Oh, that's right. We haven't done any giveaways yet. We should probably fix that.
Wait,
I wonder.
Does chat want to do a giveaway? I see chat saying now. Chat's saying
they're
right
saying
now.
no. They're saying no.
They're saying no. They're saying right now. Right now. Oh no, Alex. Oh, sorry. You right, folks. Alex said it right. It was no. It was definitely no. Nobody wants that. Just kidding. Okay, so links in the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody said say my name, Joe, but it went by so fast I couldn't read your name. Wait, stop saying now. Stop saying now. I got a link in the chat. It's going out. I'm trying to. There we go. Oh no! Wait. Okay. All right. Okay. I put down 3 links, but they're all the same. Fill out this form if you want to win an Alpha Season Pass right here on this live stream. Also, if you could, make sure that you put in your The Sandbox Game email so that you get the email to your email. If that makes sense. If you win, we send you an email that says you won, even though we announce it on this live stream.
That lets you know that it's ready to claim.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'll be guessing. Is it now?
Space Bamboo said, we bought 3 Wizzy the Greens. I love his enchantment animation.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be on Wizzy the Orange also. So that was a special request from me to our lead animator. We put a couple enchantment animations in there. There's not a game mechanic connected to those yet, but you could always use the animated behavior to select it as a custom thing to do. So yeah, little you're the first person to mention it, so I'm not sure anybody else noticed yet.
David Omega in the chat says nice. It actually has the correct date today with regards to the forum, because yesterday I kept it said 3/16 for a couple of days.
Hey, these things happen.
Well,
that date's
so
not
there's
really
two
important
places
anyway.
where I have to edit the date. Right, exactly. So in the top left, I have to edit the one that says Alpha 21 TSB 319 right now. And so I edit that one, and that's the only thing I really read when I go along the top. And then in the main part of the forum, it says TSB 316 until this particular one. It was funny.
Right, I thought
Oh,
that Switch would have opened something.
Can you answer my question, please? LPS 93, where was it? I'm sorry, there's a lot of comments. We got comments from all over the place right now.
It's always better to just re-ask the question, so that way we see the actual question.
Yeah, I can't, like, scrolling up, it'll disappear. Okay, I have a question, says Trafalgar121. I participated in the contest on Twitter yesterday, but it still says participate and status. Is that normal? Trafalgar, quite a few people have been asking this today. Make sure that you put in some new content at the end of that tweet. Don't just automatically tweet it for what it is, because sometimes your tweets can get unregistered if they appear to be a bot. That said, they would be less likely to appear to be a bot if you put in a little custom text at the end, like "Hi Mom," or "Hello Sand Fam," or "I'm awesome." Doesn't really matter what you write.
Spoin.
Yeah, there you go. Hashtag Spoin. It, just add something new to the form or to the automated text so that you appear to be human. And also make sure that you have an image attached as well. You could tweet it again and then check again if you like, and it would still check and find it. Orange Bear 0423 asked, I'm going to read it as soon as I close the forum because we got enough responses already. Joe, what is the streaming schedule like? Orange Bear 0423, you can enjoy this stream every Saturday at this exact same time. So if you're here now, bookmark this time, all right, in your brain. Keep a little save. On Mondays at 7 p.m. UTC time, you can, of course, join PandaPops as PandaPops streams VoxEdit-based content for those people who are interested in learning or creating together in the Sandbox game for VoxEdit. So you want to make the assets like this platform, this character that Alex is playing, you want to make these things, join us on Mondays. On Wednesday, you also have a stream just like this one. About 3 hours later from this exact time, if you join us on Wednesdays, you'll see Alex and Lucas live on this show doing streams, playing alpha content or playing games that you created in the Sandbox Game Maker, maybe teaching you new skills, depends on what the community wants at that time. And then 5 days a week on this channel, you can watch the Good Morning, Afternoon, Evening show at 2 a.m. UTC time. I'm with you, with Radcon Dad in the chat, hanging out, playing your games, giving you direct feedback, unless, of course, the alpha is ongoing, in which case we're going to play the all-new feedback in the alpha on every live stream. That happens in UTC time, Tuesday through Saturday, meaning that not tonight, but I played yesterday. Not tomorrow, but I'll play the day after. All right, chat. How many people are here right now? 571 people in the chat. I'm going to click this again. I'm going to double check. I'm going to refresh the chat, so forgive me if I miss your question. Somebody said, I can't claim my pass. This is transaction rejected. If you have that issue, press Control F5 on the page, and then make sure that you're signed into the correct network, which is the Ethereum main network, and you're signed into your wallet. 563 people in the chat. I'm going to do a random number generator. Up to 575 for those people who are watching over on Twitter.
Is that a Nina?
This user 288. Did you say, is that a Nina? It is not. It's a, is it? Oh, maybe it is.
I'm not sure.
It could be. It is a pug. It is a pug.
It'll say like French Bulldog if it's a Nina.
User
This
288.
is a pug created by Artifact Studios.
User 288 is on twitch.tv. The username is Tickle6145. That's Tickle 6145. That's the winner of our first alpha pass that we'll be doing as a giveaway on this live stream today. But it won't be the last one. we're going to have another alpha season pass here in just a couple of minutes, and we'll be doing a Wizzy themed NFT that you can wear inside any combat based or single player experience in the Sandbox game. Friends, just a little while. Tickle 6145 says, thank you. Wow. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Congratulations. SAG MCU says, would you accept a deal to give someone from the community an alpha pass if they reach a certain amount of retweets on a specific tweet? SAG MCU, we cannot do that because, unfortunately, we tried to do something similar to that once, and we had a couple of users simply buy tweets and retweets. They thought about it in a cost basis analysis and was like, hey, it makes sense to just pay for these tweets and retweets. So we don't do that kind of thing anymore.
Yeah, they just ruin the fun for everybody.
Yep. Sorry, SAG. We'll keep it safe, keep it secret. All right. Keep it even out here. Fair and square. Mythical Yeticorn says, Joe, did you know Control and Shift plus F5 do the same thing? I just say to press Control F5 because it's, for me, I don't know what I've always done. I put my thumb on Control. I put my pinky on F5. That's how I do it. Harbinger 999 wants us to do it Oprah style today. But, you know, we made the plans for the pass before the alpha started. And we got to stick with the plan, all right? We got to stick with the plan. We got a pool for these live streams that's committed. We got a pool for partner live streams that are committed. If you don't know, all over the world, different folks who aren't primarily English speaking. Some of those have some opportunities there. And then we got pools for the Twitter contest. We got pools for the raffle. We already had it planned out long ago, so.
I don't remember how to get up here. I think it's this. Ooh.
Okay, hot chips and sauce. Nice. Sauce like sauce. I like it. Joe, I tried to purchase an item the other day and it said it was booked. However, by the time I was ready to process the transaction on the Sandbox website, it was sold out. Is this booking not the same as when buying land where it reserves it for you? Booking does have a timeout period, first. Secondly, sometimes, depending on the demand of the item and where you are, your connectivity speed versus other users, there have been a few cases where people will book at the same time and both get to see the booking because let's say you're Alex and I'm Joe and we book at the same time for the exact same land, for example. Alex clicks it, I click it, and Alex lives in New York and I live in Seattle. And if that's a rough approximation.
Close enough.
If the server was in Chicago or Texas or something, then both of our signals would get to Texas at the same time. We may both think that we booked it because the server couldn't see either of us, I guess, and respond first. It would respond concurrently and be like, oh, you both booked it. And at that point, it comes down to what the on the blockchain transaction is, meaning that we could both book it and one of our transactions will get rejected. The winner, the ability to purchase it, or the one who does purchase it, will have a higher gas rate. That's it. Unfortunately, booking is there to help make less people get failed transactions, but it doesn't completely eliminate it because the demand is just that extraordinary. 2 million registered users, 600 lands or something in a sale, 750, what have you. You're going to unfortunately run into some of those issues.
Mm. All right, we got the crazy maze now. Joe, how did you do with this maze? How'd you fare?
I did well. I got through it in, I don't know, like 15 minutes or something. But my brain is really awful at like remembering names, but really good at like mapping things. So like when I walk through the maze, I basically see it from a top-down perspective. because I don't know, maybe it's like a survival thing. I'm good in emergencies, but not so good at most stuff. Yeah, you can definitely go through that wall, but this is a useless, really cool dance party space.
I think
like
this
an
was
Easter egg.
related to the Clonex space pods. They had some sort of event going on with this. I'm too busy to pay attention to it, unfortunately, to participate. But I mean, there's so many cool things going on, like Clonex, VoxEdit. They all have like these cool different events that they're running. And I'm in their Discords. I see people talking about them. It looks really fun and exciting. And I'm like, man, I got work to do.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if this was here when I tested this game before. Interesting.
All right, Moose asks over on YouTube, Joe, can you clarify if .eth addresses are viable to use in the giveaway? In this giveaway, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really recommend to use .eth addresses because your .eth address it still works, but
we can see what your regular address is.
Right.
Like if you put it in there, we may just like type it into OpenSea or Etherscan and pull the regular.
Right. I mean, the only reason why I say I don't recommend it is just purely for the being nice of it, because it only takes a second to copy your standard ETH address, and it allows the staff to save some work when you're talking about distributing 10,000 passes. If everybody does a .eth address, like I have one, yeah, it goes to the same place, sure, but you know, I don't know. I still would use my regular ETH address just because it's going to be easier for somebody who doesn't know. You know, I mean, of course they're gonna know, but yeah, whatever. It's easier.
How are they gonna know?
How's it gonna know?
I can't stand TikTok. I hear those things all the time coming from like
I don't even know what you're talking about.
There's like some audio clip where somebody says, "How are they gonna know?" And they're doing something like shady, like I don't know, like painting the roses red kind of stuff.
Raydub over on YouTube asks, question, will Alex do an announcement on Twitter for when Wizzy the Purple?
Because I didn't do one for Wizzy the Green. You know, I haven't decided on how exactly Purple's gonna release yet. I don't know. I feel like if I draw too much attention to it ahead of time, then it
it's weird, right? Because it kind of brings its own problems. Like if you have a limited quantity of 200 and you release it on a live stream, then you've got maybe 600 people who are in super high like demand. I want to buy it right now.
Well, and they sold out in like 2 minutes when I did it on stream.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So it's like the only way that you would need to or want to put it on Twitter is if you wanted to have like 1,000 units of them, and then that's kind of not in line with like what that particular. I guess you can decide it's your IP, do whatever you want, but you know, like it feels better when it's more organic, right? Like it's people here, they're highly engaged,
and I like surprising people. So I mean, the people who's I don't want anybody to feel like they're. I'm not trying to create FOMO. Like I'm not trying to make it so people feel like they miss out.
Right.
But if I announce it too far ahead of time, then you get more people, you know, trying to bot it or trying to do whatever. So I'm trying to keep things like really for the people who are like around, and there's still other opportunities to get stuff. It's not, you know, none of this stuff is like gone forever. I mean, maybe at some point, but it's yeah. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it, and there's not like a perfect distribution that's always going to make everybody happy unless I, you know, even if I gave a free one to everybody, then there would be so many of them, and that would make some people upset. Like,
yeah, so and it's funny, like to that point, we have seen that too, because when we 2020 was it 2020 on a live stream, we had like 200 people in the stream, and we gave away the the Santa Wizzy in December, and still, you know, like the week after, people were like, "What? You didn't tell us, and we weren't here on the live," and like, and it's like, you know, so there's not a best practice. Let's put it that way. It's just, you know, keep hanging out, keep with the vibe. We're having fun here, doing it, you know. And before this falls off the page, Fluxia TV says, "How do some people on OpenSea have 5+ passes? Have they won it on blank accounts?" And now the chat fell off the page because I'm that far behind on chat, friends.
You can actually
10 minutes back. No, it's okay. The answer is still the same. You know, you asked the question. So the reality is that some of those people, as I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago, aren't people who have won the passes, but people who have been allocated them for distribution.
That's
so
one
we have
possibility.
Yeah, so we have some streaming partners, like a friend who has a particular, like a manager for their stream over in Italy. And so, you know, if that streaming partner is going to be able to give out those rewards on the live, oh no, Alex,
that's close,
very close. You know, you're gonna see those numbers. Dirty Dan says, "Yeah, I saw that someone won 15 passes during the first Thursday." TR Dirty Dan, that goes back to the same point. They may not be somebody who won passes, but somebody who wasn't allowed to be allocated passes on that first Thursday until that first Thursday. Like, for example, myself on the live, on the Good Morning Afternoon Evening show, in order to show you how to claim the passes, I was allocated one. And then I went live, we did the show, I claimed the pass live on the show to show you how it worked. I didn't have one before that Thursday because no passes were given out until that Thursday, right? So those 15 that went to that user, those weren't necessarily for sale. They could have been for a partner, right? They weren't necessarily because they won a contest. It could have been for a partner that didn't get it until that day. So just keep that in mind, that there's a lot of different things that are going around with intention based on a plan.
And you can actually see how people got their passes. If you look on OpenSea, you can see their activity. Somebody asked me about somebody who had like 10 of them. And I looked at their history. They had actually bought all of those for about 0.6 ETH, each of them. I don't know why they bought 10, but they spent their money to buy them, and that's totally a valid thing for them to do. So that was worth it for them to get it. Perhaps they'll try reselling them. Maybe they're trying to collect them. I don't know it's their business, like what they want to do with it. But they did actually, the person specifically that they asked about, if they had just looked at the account history, they would have seen that every single one of those was bought from a user who had gotten it through their own claim. Because you can actually see when it comes from the claim contract. So it takes some detective work. It does take learning a little bit about OpenSea and Etherscan and how to like look up those things, but you can usually see where they get them from. Oh no, I died.
I didn't even have to fight those robots. I just ran
back
30.
Did I go?
So far.
Oh no.
You went back to the nearest fire, Alex.
Wait. It's I don't think it's. Am I back at the beginning of the maze? No. Wait. Okay. No,
all right.
I'm good.
So
I'm
a
good.
user asked a good question over here. Creed Adventus 666 says, "Joe, there are quite a few Alpha Pass contests on Twitter, but how can we know that they are real partners and those are real contests to enter?" I would say this, Creed. Don't enter any contest that asks you for significant information, right? The only thing that they may need is publicly available information.
Investment.
Right. Yeah, it shouldn't cost you anything to do those contests. It should be, hey, what is your public Ethereum address? And probably like my Twitter page and retweet this. You know what I mean? Like those kinds of contests are pretty standard. Or like, are you following me on Twitch? That kind of thing. So not a great deal of partners. I think it's like 15, 20, depending on which region you're in. So in the EU, I think there was like 12, Korea, China, respectively, having like 10 apiece, I think, for, you know, but you guys have probably not seen those because they are, you know, built on in their regions and on those groups. So, yeah, just like I say, just keep it safe. Keep it safe. Don't give them any no cryptos. Nobody is going to ask for crypto. Nobody should be asking for, seed phrases or anything like that. Should just be real straightforward contest.
If anybody ever asks you for your seed phrase, you should report them.
Instant. Andy Ritchie comes in as somebody who is one of those approved to distribute certain amounts of alpha passes. Says, I had to ask for an email linked to the TSB account. So they may ask for that and the public Ethereum address. Mashangun asks, is it possible to get a ticket after completing only 5 levels? Masha, what you want to look for is over on your profile at sandbox.game. If you click alpha and you click rewards, as long as one of your levels is lit up green, then you've started to earn raffle tickets. So at level 1, this is completing 10 total quests, which could be done in 5 complete experiences. You'll get 30 raffle tickets, and then 50 raffle tickets for completing another 20 quests thereafter. Another 30 quests will get you another 80. Doing another 40 quests gets you an additional 120 tickets. So you can see all those levels on the website. Just go to sandbox.game, click alpha, click rewards, and you'll see how many tickets you have there. Or you can click the tickets tab and see your cumulatively earned raffle tickets. Alex is all
Something's
over.
happening out there.
Something is happening here.
All right. I did get stuck at this part for a while before. I was having
Silver 4 Ferret asks, why can't the Sandbox just post the official partners and others? All right.
They
well, Silver 4 Ferret
have
pilot program. We haven't posted official partners because it's a pilot program. Essentially, we want to see how it works organically before we go into heavy promotion either direction. I think a lot of those folks who are streamer partners know that it's worked out well so far to feature this content. I've seen people they get a pretty significant bump being in the conversation, just talking about play to earn, all those sorts of things. So if it works for them, they're going to want to come back. The organic growth is always better than inorganic growth. Nonetheless, if we continue to promote them, push them, that sort of thing, that has its own appeal, but that's always just a short-term thing, right? You get a bunch of people, for example, I mentioned an Italian partner that we had. If we went out and tweeted it on the Sandbox official, you all would be in the chat. Their community would have no idea what you're saying necessarily without a translator, vice versa. And it just becomes something that's not really contributing to their community on the whole. So, all right. Layan says,
dumps me.
Do you know how long it takes on average to get a response when someone has applied to work for you?
What?
If they apply to work, careers.sandbox.game.
How long does it take
to respond?
I do not know on that.
Don't know exactly. I had a more organic onboarding process.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to guess, the careers.sandbox.game emails probably go to the contact address, which means Sebastian is the one who's got to review it. And Seb is at South by Southwest right now.
No.
Hi, guys. I won the pass on the 17th with you 2 days ago. I just sent an email to Alex explaining that the wallet address I associated with, I am afraid it is compromised. Is it possible to change the wallet before receiving the pass?
If you can, in that email, if you can tell me what the winning wallet was, then we can switch that. Basically, prove that you know that was the winning wallet, because we don't say what the wallets are when they win. We just say your username. So if you can prove that you know what the winning wallet is, then I can switch it. And don't say it in the chat right now. Like we'll do this.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
After the stream.
That's a bad idea.
God damn, that bird. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Folks. I got a form here. You guys want to win a little Wizzy the Green lucky hat right now?
Yeah.
I feel like we want to do that. Let's do it.
You feeling lucky?
Let's do it. Seaheart mode says you can jump to the left instead of on the dragon.
Really?
Right, we got a form up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, over on twitch.tv, YouTube, and soon to be on facebook.com. You can fill out this form. All right, it's going to be a quick one. I expect we have 583 people in the chat. So if you're watching over on twitter.com, please head over to the stream over on Twitch, on YouTube. I'll paste it one more time as we get closer to the end, and I will close this form down when it reaches 600 responses, because I assume those Twitter folks are going to want to fill this out as well.
Thank you.
So get up on over here. It's going to close out real quick.
I've always tried jumping on the bird. I did not realize I could go across there. That bird makes me mad. All right. Let's go slaughter some monkeys.
Wait, can't you just walk to that area?
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
You don't have to kill the monkeys, but they will attack you.
Oh no, I don't mean the monkeys. I'm sorry. I meant like the ladder that allows you to climb up to that spot you were at.
Oh, this one? It
yeah.
If I had landed up where that orange checkers is, I could have gone from there, but I wasn't. I was falling down further than that.
Okay.
Over
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, not in the goo. I guess it doesn't hurt me.
Doesn't.
I was expecting it to. You know, in games, when you land in glowing stuff, it usually hurts. You can just.
All right.
It's like a sauna. You're just gonna chill.
Enrico Cortellino says, "Can I ask a question? A friend of mine won a green Wizzy, but he does not know how to claim it. Can you explain to them what to do?" Enrico, you don't have to do anything. Those will be sent to the wallet address that you submitted by Alex. It just hasn't been sent yet. It'll be there soon.
I'm gonna see about sending them this afternoon. If the gas is really high, I don't know what the Gwei's at right now. They will be sent on Sunday.
All right, I've closed down that form. And with 592 people now in the chat over on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, I assume there's some more people over on Twitter. So I rolled from 615 users on the RNG roll, and user number 386 came up. So who is 386? Let's figure it out right here over on twitch.tv. Once again, there's a lot more people on Twitch right now, isn't there? There is. There's about 60% more users on Twitch than there are on YouTube. Over on twitch.tv, user at Upcove, UPCOVE. Upcove is our winner of the Wizzy the Green Lucky Hat NFT that you can wear inside any combat-based experience in the Sandbox game. So you can come play on this artifact level with your new Lucky Green Hat. Or you could go over and play in the Snoop Dogg's Foreplay if you like. That's another combat-based experience. It'll look just like that, except for when you're not in the artifact area with this custom avatar, you'll be using your own individual avatar. So the hat may fit a little bit better. Not Jackie Chan over on YouTube says, we got to sabotage Twitch somehow, guys, because YouTube's not winning enough of these passes, not enough NFTs, you know what I mean? You got to do it. Enrico, no worries. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for being a real user on Facebook. I got to say that. Thank you. Because our Facebook users, unfortunately, you got to watch out. Stay vigilant, Enrico. If you ever see anybody comment saying you can win some sand or some Binance money or some Bitcoin or something, they're all fake. Don't click them. We don't do that here. Facebook is the worst for scams. It's wild. Seaheart Mode says, I think I won and you misspelled my name. I don't think I could misspell it. It's pretty unique, pretty significant. The Mythical Yeti Corn says, just stop streaming on Facebook. But Mythical Yeti Corn, however, would we be able to stream to Enrico if we did not stream on Facebook? You got to do it. You got to keep the content up. You know what I mean? You got to keep it going.
As much frustration as Facebook is, I started working at the Sandbox because of an ad for the Sandbox on Facebook.
There it is.
So
now we're emotionally connected. We can never disconnect. It's over now.
It's not that dire, but I just mean, you never know who's gonna see us through Facebook. You know, there are still real people on Facebook.
It's true. I think
you don't want to miss out on those people. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Facebook.
I can't remember if that's how I saw it or not. What made me see it? Maybe it was a tweet. It was either Facebook or a Twitter. You know what I mean? There was something happening. I don't remember. I wasn't even very good at like crypto Twitter then. I don't know. It's wild.
I didn't even know anything about crypto when I signed up for the Creator Fund. I was just like, I get to make voxel art? Sign me up.
Heck yeah. I like it. I purely came in because there was a land sale going on, and I was like, man, why did I miss the first one? And I freaked out, and I stuck in the chat forever.
You aped right in.
I definitely was. As soon as I saw it, it was like user-generated content. Okay, you know, I did the same thing everybody else did, and I was like, looks like Minecraft, I'm in, you know what I mean? And then I was like, wait, like it's totally not Minecraft. It's so much more, so much different. Like, I'm like, okay, yes. Like, and then I really looked into it, and I used to explain it like this to people all the time, and it's still relevant, but you know, the metaverse is kind of changing this, and the more I guess ubiquitous nature of like the blockchain technology, everybody's starting to kind of know what it is now. But I used to describe it as like Epic Games level like development of what we're doing here, because we've got an asset creation platform, you know, we've got an engine.
It's like Unreal Engine, basically, like the Unreal store.
Right. And then on top of that, you've got the publishing platform now, because they do have that as well. So it's like all of those things, except also on the blockchain. So I'm like, it's perfect. I love it. All right, friends, here's what we're going to do. At 12:21 p.m. my local time. I'm going to give away some more alpha passes. More alpha pass. One more alpha pass. 628 people in the chat. Please fill out the form you see here inside twitch.tv, YouTube, Facebook. All right. Let's go. Let's get it. Need a Facebook winner. Those are fun. Hey, D-Live Theta, if you're watching right now, head over to youtube.com/the Sandbox Game if you want your chance to win an Alpha Season 2 pass. Mr. Winning 247 says, I gotta like Zuck if he gave us Alex. You know?
He was personally involved, I can assure you of that.
Joao Marcos says, Joe, you should do more streams with a custom/optional parkour challenge like you did on the rooftop a la mode. That one was super fun. Maybe Chris Meister could get that first. Nice. You know, I'm very much into that, but that one came inspired organically from you guys out on Twitter. So if you have a particularly difficult space that you've made it to, I saw somebody tag me in the Alpha Hub. The Portal Hub the other day, and they were like, I bet you can't get up here, you know? And I like to do that. Yeah, I mean, I bet you I can. Yes. You don't know me very well, that's for sure, because despite the fact that I'm not good at like fast, I can't speed run things. I can definitely like, I feel like that the lady with all the math going on around her face animated GIF, or like, you know, or the but what is that show? It's not Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Charlie thing, you know, where like I can figure it out. I can just look around the world and go, you can jump there, to there, to there, to there, And it doesn't matter. Like I could just hit a map for the first time and be like, yeah, we could probably break this, because that's what we've been doing here on live streams for the last 2 years, is breaking your games here right now. So if you got a challenge, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while the DJ revolves it. Kidding. Sorry. You couldn't hear that, could you? Could you hear that?
I could hear that.
Oh, okay.
If I could hear it, they could probably hear it.
There it is. There it is.
All right. I actually did better with the maze that second time than the first time I tried it.
All right, that form's filled up. The form's filled up. 628 people in the chat. So I'll roll 1 to 650 right now. Generate user number 158. This is for the Alpha Season 2 pass.
Too legit.
Ladies and gentlemen, who's 158? Let's figure it out. Once again, over on twitch.tv, where the dominant number of users are watching live. Woo! Yuri _206. That is YURIY _206 over on twitch.tv is the second Alpha Pass winner of this live stream. And we're going to do more of those Alpha Pass giveaways 5 days a week on the Good Morning, Afternoon, Evening show. Also, early on Mondays on PandaPops stream at 7 p.m. UTC. Also, on Wednesdays at Alex's show at Math 6 p.m. UTC.
Yes.
Right?
Saturday,
right?
6 p.m. UTC.
Saturday
Wednesdays,
is 6 p.m. UTC. There we go. Yes.
9 p.m. UTC.
Wednesdays at 9 p.m. UTC. Very
I
good.
went
Very
from
good.
-5 to -4.
Yeah, I tried to do the maths, and I was like, nah, that wasn't for Wednesday, Joe. That's happening right now. At the Mythical Yeti Corn says, Joe, did or do you play billiards? I can see all the moves in pool, like you're saying in the sandbox. Maybe the skill works in the game too. I agree. Yes, Mythical Yeti Corn. I haven't probably done billiards for a good 5 years at least, but used to have, a couple of my own sticks, and I would go down to
fancy.
the local places that we have. We would have some fun. I mean, I wasn't like an ace, but none of my friends could beat me, so that made me feel good.
You were good enough to have your own pool sticks.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. They're like, $20 or $50 or whatever, right? They're,
The number of times I find myself in a room with a pool table.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Not Jackie Chan over on YouTube says, I'm gonna go chew on the Twitch internet wires right now. All right, go do it. You know what I mean?
Make sure to ground yourself.
It. But yeah, no, wait, what? Wait, wouldn't that make the electricity flow completely through you?
Yeah, but it might just like pass through real quickly.
Nah, it's better to not be grounded, because then it just only circuits through your teeth. You close the circuit through your teeth instead of through your entire body. You wouldn't want to be grounded. Make sure you wear rubber shoes, not Jackie Chan.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I worked on arcade machines for a long time, or a while, I guess. Not a long time. It was like 3 years. So Enrico Cordolino asks, do you know when the Game Maker will come out for Mac? Enrico, the only thing I can say is soon. Trademark. Soon, TM.
I forgot to ask that in the meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
I meant to.
Yeah. I know that there's a version for the current version, but it has to go through quality assurance. And if quality assurance finds that it crashes, I don't know, 5% of the time, that would be unacceptable. So, excuse me, there's a lot of different things to consider before we release that, but also know that it's right around the corner.
Is there a portal to the Fungi Hub from the main hub area?
There is. It's if you're at the spawn, it's immediately down to the right.
Okay. Is this?
Okay, so from here, it's like to the left. Just go left. No, yeah, right in front of you, above the South China Morning Post, I think.
Oh, I see it. Fungi Cave.
Yeah, there you go.
I heard there's a council of Wizzies here to check out. Somebody asked if I was putting things on sale soon. So the remaining Wizzy the Greens will go on sale soon. My first priority is putting all of the auction for Ukraine stuff back up first. the bundles were not successful in selling. They were very large bundles at 3 ETH and 6 ETH. So I'm not gonna beat myself up that those didn't sell. Those were kind of big asks, so we're gonna separate those out individual items. So I have to list all of those, and just kind of like a lot of copying and pasting links and keeping track of everything to make sure that everything is very clearly visible and public. So once that's all set up, then I'll deal with Wizzy the Green stuff.
Cool. Ananda Pantraku over on YouTube or Facebook, I'm sorry, asks, have Facebook users ever won? I can confirm, yes. Facebook users have won. Just know that the odds are at least, I mean, it's not less likely for an individual, but if I'm looking right now, we got 24 people watching, one person watching on a different Facebook page versus 368 on Twitch and 223 on YouTube right now. So, and that number, of course, on my side only updates once every like 45 seconds or something. Maybe it's different on your screen, but all right. Okay, someone asks over on YouTube, Joe, do you know if there will be a price/shout out if you take a selfie with all the rubber ducks spread throughout the games in Alpha Season 2? Joao, I actually love to see those. You may notice that I like the heck out of them, share them all the time. So if you want to tag me, I'll give you a bump over there on Twitter at TheVisionEX anytime.
My fingers got shifted over by one key, so I was wondering why I was running sideways. Is it just Wizzy the Green? Are there other ones? Are they hidden somewhere? Touché mentioned. Now, I still haven't figured out, are you supposed to get inside these giant mushrooms? Because I've gotten on top of them. But somebody said something about getting inside of them, and I can't find the opening. Like, I've climbed up the vines, but I can't figure out where the actual entrance is. You can get inside all of them. All right, I know what we're trying to do now. You ready to watch me get mad? Who needs a space key anyway? Just gonna... Alright, so... apparently you can get inside all... Is it 5? 5 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I have made it on top of... Did I make it on top? I think I made it on top of the purple one. I did. I made it on top of the purple one. And I don't know. I couldn't figure out where the entrance was.
Okay, Bazad Shaban asks, because they did win on the 16th, if I want to check the info from the forum, like the address and the email, that they are correct, how can I contact you? Bazad, if you would like to check, then you can do what Alex suggested earlier, which is to send me a direct message. Not on YouTube, but go over to our Discord chat, or you can, don't at me on Twitter, or don't at me on Twitter for this unless you feel comfortable doing so. But on Discord, my DMs are open.
Oh.
You can send me a direct message with your email address, your Ethereum address, and I can just verify that those were correct on the form. But that said, you need to send me, like, if it isn't correct, the only way to verify that is to send me the correct address. I assume that, given that it is an ETH address of some kind, that if you sent me one that was wrong, you would also know the one that you put in the form. So if it wasn't the right one that you expected, then I could correct it, but only if you can also provide me with the wrong one that you sent me, just for the interest of security, because we want to make sure that Bazad wins and gets this to their account.
Jazzwolf says, Alex, go back to the red one and walk around near the edge to get into the first red one. Is it this? Ah. Okay. That one's pretty easy. You just have to know to look for the hole on the side. All right, so we got one.
All right, Marlon Santana asks, do all experiences in the sandbox involve climbing or jumping on platforms? No, not necessarily, Marlon. Experiences are designed by the developer. So as you open the Sandbox Game Maker, if you were trying to, you almost grabbed that out.
I saw it, like it I tapped it and then just
yeah.
let go.
But as you're developing inside the Sandbox Game Maker, you can make the experience however you like. It doesn't have to be platforming as it is. We've had users create first-person shooter style games. We've had users create games where you are literally just a squishy gelatinous cube that is doing puzzles similar to those classic arcade games. We've had people who have made very complex experiences like golf in here. Actually, multiple people made golf when we did our sports themed competition.
Was it Touche who made the cellular evolution game, like the Spore clone?
I have no idea. Unfortunately, there was a lot of. I know that Touche made a game that was essentially like you were building out a farm, but the farm was based on the progress you had made in the experience to that point. So there's lots of different options that you can do. Nonetheless, the only limitations are based on how far you want to go in terms of creating. So, whatever you like.
So yeah, Touche, who's running right alongside me right here, who is creator of the Fun Guys. Oh, that one tricked me. I thought that this was filled with like glass. I did not realize this was the door.
Soul Cancer said, and so does Half Dork, says Archean was Touche. Yes.
Yes. So Archean was a top-down game where you play as a cell, and we played it on stream. It was a ton of fun and looked really beautiful. You play as a cell. You consume other cells. If you've ever played Spore, it's kind of like the first part of Spore. And as you consume enough other cells, you eventually grow, which raises you up to the next level. So all the other cells shrink into the background in perspective from the top-down view, and you're now on a higher plane, fighting with bigger cells. So it does some tricks with the perspective, and it was really, really cool and had absolutely no jumping or platforming in it. Made by the same person who made this. So it was a cool different.
Yeah.
Even the same person can make totally different kinds of games.
All right, the Mythical Yeti Corn says, Alex or Joe, I tagged you in another Twitter post the other day with a couple of spoof TSB OpenSea accounts. Is there a better way to report them, being that you guys are so busy? Mythical Yeti Corn, that the fastest way, sort of, assuming that we're there in the moment, is tagging us, but you can also report them on the Discord in a support ticket. If you see, you couldn't have fallen further. You literally fell at the beginning of the game. That's hilarious.
Oh man. So yeah, you can report. So the difficult thing is that you can't report specific user accounts on OpenSea. You can only report like collections. So if somebody has been minting, can you report specific NFTs? I'm not sure on that one. So you can, if somebody's made a like fake sandbox, with the O is a 0 and whatever, made a fake sandbox collection and is trying to pass it off as being official, you can report the collection as supposed to, it's imitating the sandbox, it's trying to scam people into thinking they're buying from the sandbox. If it's on a collection like Rarible, because I have seen that before, people minting stuff on Rarible pretending it's sandbox stuff. I don't think it would work the same way to try to report that. And it becomes difficult because you can't report their specific user account. So sending it to me actually can be helpful, because I have a direct line of communication with OpenSea, and I can actually just tell their staff, hey, this is going on, and they can deal with it very effectively. Yeah. No, I totally missed it. Touche's showing me up, but Touche spends a lot more time jumping around here than I do. Any other good questions in the chat here?
It looks like the only new one that I'm seeing is a question that we talked about. I think I answered this for you, Obsidian, yesterday on the show, but it says, is the voting for the Retro Game Jam over? And in the meantime, I'm going to go over to medium.com/sandbox-game. I'm going to pull the Retro Game Jam article really quickly. As soon as I find it, you know what I mean? Okay. The Retro Gaming Game Jam has voting between the 14th and the 20th of March, 2022. So it's not over yet, but I can link you to the article here. The results are announced on the 26th of March, 2022, assuming no delays. I'll link that in the chat right here, medium.com/sandbox-game.
So HCNS is here inside the mushroom already.
Andy Ritchie, the man with the plan, the guy in charge of all things Game Jam, the guy who did not even ask for my help despite the fact that I left it out there like a olive branch because he's too pro. Says, hey, I could maybe spill some beans on that question, by the way. I could give some answers to the question about the Retro Gaming Game Jam.
Did you see that? Did you see that move?
I literally did not. I'm looking at the chat down in my lower right.
Just a 90-degree jump around the vine there. But there's no door.
There's no door.
Wait, where did
There's no door.
Oh, that's up here.
The doors are fake. Doors are fake.
It's like a
Doors,
hatch.
it's not even.
Hey, got the.
Come get your fake doors here. Get your fake doors. You can't even grab.
Lie.
Not even that. The key is a lie, friend. You're going right through it. Somebody says, press E. Come on, Alex.
Oh.
Aha.
Wait, where do I take this? I have no idea what the key's for.
Key's useless. The key is a lie. It's not useless. DJ,
what is the key? What does the key do?
Fake doors. Not this one. Not this one.
I can't see the step. How do I
take it to the key master? All right.
Page master.
Andy Ritchie has some answers here for us. All right. Andy Ritchie says, I have received the voting from Atari. So we know the votes are in. Andy Ritchie says, also, we should have some news in the next 2 weeks about some changes to help things run smoother. That's all of the beans that we can spill, the secret details that we can't talk about, that we talk about live here on this live stream each and every Saturday, because we're a bunch of nerds. At not Jackie Chan over on YouTube asks, question, is there a chance that the logic in our games will become invalid in further patches, e.g. presets and such?
Yes. Short answer, yes. There is a disclaimer if you look at the start of the Game Maker. It does say this is an alpha product and things are subject to change. Yes. And this is something that's happened in previous updates of the Game Maker. A lot of the oldest stuff that I've made is not even openable in the Game Maker anymore because it is so outdated.
Yeah, and that's, important. It's an alpha, right? The product has, in order for the product to be more effective, more efficient, evolve, to be good. You know what I mean? Like, it's good, but can it be great? Once it's great, can it be perfect? You're going to continue to have the potential for certain things to be broken and or removed in order for them to be rebuilt in their own ashes as something greater than the sum of its parts.
Touche. What am I doing here? We're just hanging out, and I'm dropping
Just
the key,
vibing,
but
dude.
nothing's
Don't
happening.
even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's easy, dude.
Touche. Help.
Okay. Mohammed, what is okay? I see the thing that says, "Can you help me find the solution for my issue?" But I cannot see what your issue is.
He doesn't want the stream to see it. Okay, fine. How about I hide my screen? We'll go and show people what's in there, but not how to get there. There.
He's a cheater. He's cheating. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hey, check it out. Webcams. No. Block the user on YouTube. We don't want any of your NORP here. All right. You're going into timeout, YouTube chatter.
Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, I would not have found that easily.
Saucy content. We don't like that. Get out of here, dude.
Oh, nice.
No webcams chat here, all right? Alex is already on cam live right here. You know.
All right.
It's getting saucy, Alex.
Wait, grab the egg. Wait. How do I grab the egg? I can't. Okay, now I got the egg.
Do I have other ones? I think I got one that's more.
Wait, do I need to hide my screen again?
Ugh. Yeah, to get out. Yeah, dude.
Hey.
Oh, that's too intense. No, that one's not right. There we go. That's the kind of vibe we want for that spam right there, Alex. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, you get this spam from the wrong sources, and you just out here and you're like, I'm going to need some of that smooth jazz. Oh, yeah.
Make sure all your spam is sustainably sourced.
Sustainably sourced spam, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Oh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Can't believe, dude. Can't believe. These people out here with their inappropriations.
They're what?
Yeah, that's right.
Inappropriations.
Yeah, I said inappropriations. What are you gonna do about it, Alex? What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
What are you gonna do about it, Doc?
Absolutely nothing. I lost Touche. Oh, there he is.
All right. Just chilling. Just chilling. Curate over on youtube.com says, if you want an alpha pass, how much ETH do we need to have to claim it? Curate, that's a question that is only answerable by when you claim it and how much GUI is going for, meaning the gas rate itself on the Ethereum network. That said, you're probably safe with you're way safe with 0.1, I think.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
If it's like going crazy and like some brand new thing just hit, then you could just wait a little while because you do have time to claim that pass. Don't worry about that too much. I imagine it's going to be a busy day on the raffle day where everybody's going to be asking that question. But gas rates are pretty good right now. If you tried to claim if you ever want to check, go to etherscan.io. And I'll put this in the chat. Let me do it with my computer so it's easier to put in the chat. I'll show you how to relatively check. So I'm going to put a link in the chat right now for those people who are interested in about how much ETH you're going to need. If I did it right now on etherscan.io/gas tracker, you have a Uniswap V3 swap or an OpenSea sale. Both of them are listed there. Those are relatively the complexity of our smart contracts. So if you're talking about right now, it's like $13, maybe $15 worth of ETH to do it. So that's pretty cheap, relatively speaking, compared to sometimes.
Nama from YouTube asks, heard you sold a bunch of hats on stream a couple days ago. That was not correct. We sold Wizzy the Green as a whole character, which is actually viewable in this map, way up above where we are right now. So the hats are a giveaway only item. I'm not going to be selling any of those. Wizzy the Green went on kind of a flash sale at a low price during the stream, and there's about 30 or so left in my account that will go up for sale at whatever the market price is, basically at the when I go to put them on sale.
Will there be a walk button in the next alpha? Running to the edges of a cliff is scary.
I don't know if it will be ready in the next alpha, but there is a walk coming. Yes. Go to the park? Right, it's been raining. It's gonna be all wet. I mean Sunday on spring. Oh, tomorrow? Yeah, on spring. Possibly if the weather's nice. Okay, because spring stays the way it is. Spring definitely doesn't rain. Mm-hmm. She's very excited that winter's ending today.
Nice.
No. What? Today's the last day of winter. Ooh. She's talking about tomorrow when it's spring.
For all those ambassadors in the chat right now, live on twitch.tv, could you keep your saucy content to the Discord, please? This is not the place. Just kidding. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't even care. I don't even care, dude.
And Julian V getting in trouble. All right. I think we are done here today, Joseph. We've done giveaways.
All right, Alex.
And giveaways. We've had fun stuff going on. We've got little invaders here.
Heck yeah, dude. Space invaders. Joe just got FOMO. Hey. Joe did not get FOMO. Fear of missing out. Fear of missing. FUD. You're fudding the chat right now.
Yeah, don't do that. What?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding, friends. It's time to vibe out here. Thank you, YouTube.com, for inspiring this outro music. We had a good time. We're out of here. Thanks, Alex, for hanging out here, doing this wonderful live stream for us on this beautiful Saturday. Enjoy the last day of winter with your family, Alex.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, everybody. We will see. Well, Joseph will see you again.
Not today. That's Monday.
Monday.
My Monday. 2 a.m. UTC, Tuesday. That's my next stream. Unless I'm in with PandaPops.
I'll be back at 9 p.m. UTC on Wednesday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hey, do we want to raid somebody? Let's go raid somebody here. Wow, okay. All right, let's find out who we're gonna raid here real quick. We're right back. We're right back like nothing ever happened here. Let's see who's playing the Sandbox game. Who is on right now? We've got Game Dizzy and Half Dork here. Let's see. Who have either of them been raided recently? All right, I'm seeing a bunch of Half Dork in the chat here, so we're gonna go raid Half Dork. Well, except I have to do that from our channel. Here we go. Into the mirror world. Oh, I know how to spell raid. Yeah, we're still live. Yeah. We're doing lots of fun stuff. They can't hear you at all, so. They can hear me, they can't hear you. Joseph is just chatting away. And here we are. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend.